As I start this off, my child is screaming in the other room. Fun stuff. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming by and watching this video. I know it has been a minute. I would turn the camera to face me, but I look like a hot ass mess right now. So, quickly, I would just like to say, I just needed a break. I don't know. I went on vacation, and when I got back, there was just a lot going on. The weather was, there was days where the weather got really nice and we were just out and like doing things, and I just, yeah, I don't know. I fell off the wagon. I fell off the wagon with videos and with my budget. Like, if you look back at April, I mean, I filled no expense trackers in. The way I was keeping track was just in my bullet journal, writing stuff down. So I was keeping track of it, but I was just not as on top of it as I should have been utilizing this. So I may go back and I may fill that in, or I may just, you know, accept it for what it was and continue on with the month of May. So what I'm here, I am here to work on my budget for the month of May. My overall budget, and then budgeting out my first paycheck. So we are going to do this little spread here. We're gonna do the budget, and I might actually use this page for my monthly budget. I'm not using a kit this month, guys. I didn't order any, and I just, yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I'm actually gonna take, I only need two, I'm gonna get paid twice. So, I'm gonna take these two out of here. And then I will fill in my sinking fund stuff tomorrow in the next video. So basically this video is gonna be me setting up my monthly view, my budget for the full month, and then budgeting out my first paycheck. I did pull some washi tape. I don't know how I might use it, but I grabbed it just in case. I got it from Michael's. It's just like a pretty design. It comes. That was so bizarre. The TV just started and it scared the bejesus out of me. Hold on one second. Okay, that was so weird. Yeah, so it's just like a little set of washi that I found that I really liked. I used it in my monthly spread in my ERIN CONDREN. I'm using it here. I just figured, why not? I don't know if I want to use this. I mean, I guess I can just stick it down here, but I feel like I'm using it for the sake of... It's just gonna bring some color to the page. Why not? I need to grab something to cut this. I feel very unprepared. I'm just like off my game. What I was saying though was I got the light and the mount and this Fitbit and other things from money I got because it was admin appreciation or administrative professionals day, excuse me. And my job, like, I support about 30 people. I think I'm gonna have to pull this up and I might need to scrap it. We'll see. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna have to scrap that piece. Yeah, so I ended up, I'm very grateful. I received gifts. I received a lot of gift cards to Amazon. And I know that when the budget mom gets, why is this so difficult right now? I do know that when the budget mom gets gift cards, she tracks her spending with them. I did not. I was like, I'm gonna buy some things that I need, some things that I want, and then in my head I'm like, okay, well, that will help me in terms of like May's spending because I've got things already. You know, I don't feel like I'm missing anything, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just how it worked in my brain. And that's just how it's gonna be, right? That's what I decided to do with my money. It is my money, so do whatever you want with your money. This is so extra for no reason. Like this, this is nowhere else on the page. Can you even see what I'm doing? Oh, you can. Okay, good. I was like, am I out of frame for this whole thing? Because that would be a hot ass mess. Is that good? It's almost good. I don't like this, but I feel like I've already committed so much effort. Then I'm just gonna have to accept it. Yeah, okay, so it looks like the first is on Wednesday. So I'm gonna quickly write these, then I'll be right back. Okay, the dates are in. I can go ahead and add my paydays. And I think I'm gonna use the little gold ones. I feel like this is like a pretty regular thing for me. These are from the Happy Planner Supermom kits. So they're just like little gold money signs. That way I don't really like have to write pay date. I just know that I'm getting paid on those days. So I get paid bi-monthly. So that means on the 15th and the last day of the month if they fall on weekdays. Great. Then I'm gonna put little piggies on the dates after because I typically go the next day and either pull my money out. I typically pull my money out on this day, and then on this day is when I do my chime. I don't know why I do it a day later. But that's just, seems to be how it always works. All right, let me add some color now. So I have a bunch of Planner Kate stickers here. Sorry I don't have like everything picked out, like knowing for certain, like this is what I want to do. Like I just don't know. And then here I've kind of collected from old kits and whatnot. I mean, to be honest, this is why I'm just not like buying anything else, right? Like I don't care. One thing I did want to see though is, I feel like they've got these little ones. No, those don't fit. Those little ones fit though. That's so tiny. Like, what do you write in that? Where are they? I am looking for something specific. Don't tell me it's all the way at the very end. Damn it. I was looking for these. They're just colored debit cards, or people use them as credit cards. I typically just put them down on days that I have bills. So one thing I'm gonna quickly do is look over at April's and use that as reference. I feel like I have to check in on like the view. It seems okay though. All right. We've got lots of different colors here. So I will use a bright pink on here for rent. Move it a little higher. We've also got, what is it, Patreon comes out that day. I don't know which blue I want to use. None of those blues really work, but I could use this. And then, oh, well, I can use another pig because I pull out money on this day. I don't know why I put that one there. I know that's like the next month, but whatever. And the pig just symbolizes like taking out money for my sinking funds, things like that. So here I'll just write rent. And then Patreon. These are a little big. It's whatever though. I feel like I can use yellow. This is just gonna be a very vibrant, Jesus, washy down. And I'll write here Apple Storage. I have to check that Apple Storage still comes out on this day because I updated mine and I don't know if it like switches to the day that you've increased. If anybody knows, please leave that in the comments. Car insurance. Then I think that's gonna end up being the 13th that I need to get a new CTA pass, I think. So I'll put it there for now and then we'll see. Oh, down here, down. I should mark in here, I have a birthday on the 5th, so I'm just gonna find something. Like mark that. What did I say? This was CTA. Oh yeah, so I live in Chicago, by the way, if you are just tuning in. So I live in Chicago. We do have a car, but I take the train to and from work every day because I work downtown. So that's why I have car insurance and CTA. It is me, my boyfriend, and our son, who, I don't know if you can hear, was screaming in the background. He no longer is. I think Daddy is taking care of that. Let's see. So then 15th, yes. Sinking funds, it's fine. Student loans. Okay. So for student loans, if you are also just tuning in, I am about just over a year ahead on my payments. So I make payments throughout the month, but I still always like to make sure I'm making a payment on the day that I have always made payments. So it's the 15th and that payment is $309.44. I've always made that payment, so it's just something that I do. I feel like this is gonna be such a long video, so sorry. On the 7th, I gotta throw in another color now because I just effed this one up. It's fine. I'm just gonna stick stuff wherever I see fit. And oh, I won't use these. I'll use something else. But on the 7th, I'm signing Amari up. Amari's my son. I'm signing him up for swimming, and I'm so excited. We have Jane's birthday. We do have Apple Music coming out, so that would be the 21st. And if you're wondering where is things like my phone bill, well, my phone bill is paid by my mom. She insists that I keep putting as much money as I can towards debt. It's really, really great. And then as far as utilities, they're all included in rent. And the way that rent works is I actually save half of my portion of rent the month prior. So currently in April, I've saved up half of my portion, and then I pay the other portion with the check that I get on the last day of the month, if that makes sense. And then my boyfriend gives me his portion of the rent, and that includes all utilities. So that includes electric, water, heat, includes our garage parking. So we just have one flat rate, which is really great. So it looks like I have added all of the bills that I currently have. I'm trying to see if I don't really want to add like the big birthday party. I couldn't find the mini sticker book of Supermom when I looked. So I will just put this little guy here. That's gonna show that we have a birthday to go to on the 5th. We may be going out to Michigan on the 4th. I'm still not sure yet. And then there was something else I wanted to add in here. What was it? Oh, his swimming. I don't know if there's like anything in here that would like, I don't know, stick out to me to put for his swimming. There's like nothing in here. But I'm committed apparently to flipping through. Just put it today. No. The RB, because I'm on the hunt. All right, well that was a bust. What I think I'm gonna do is use one of these stickers and just put it here, something that I can check off after I have signed him up. And I will just write swim. I'm so excited. So he is currently 15 months, he'll be 16 months. And yeah, we're putting him in swim class. I think it'll be fun. After that, we'll probably switch it up and put him in like gymnastics or something. Or if you really like swimming, keep him in swimming, who knows? So this is just my monthly view. And I'm gonna go ahead into the notes page. Last month I used a like page that I that I made, where I printed dot grid. And then I was using planner cake kit. Well, it is not happening this month. I just did not really feel like buying them. All right. I don't have my whiteout. So I don't know how that's gonna look. Excuse me, sorry for my chair noise. What is a girl to do? Guys, this has just been a rough plan with me. All right, we're gonna make it work. Makes me nervous putting like, trying to pull up washi on like regular paper. Where the fuck did my Sephora card go? Okay, I'll use this Amazon gift card since I don't know where anything is anymore. I don't know why I wanted to use the one that has lines. I just kind of felt like switching it up, I guess. Sorry, I have a song stuck in my head. This is so extra, and I apologize that you have to endure this with me. I'm not gonna put the word budget because I know it's a budget. I am cracking myself up right now, you guys, in case you were wondering. What color do I want to use? I kind of want to use yellow for obvious reasons. I'm in a yellow mood. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this section, and I'm gonna basically replicate this income estimate actual and then plus or minus. It's just kind of, this is kind of nice, creating my own without using a sticker kit. It's making me think a little harder. Not that I really need to be thinking any harder than I have been, but so I'll write income here. And then under that, we'll put paychecks. So it's going to be both of them. James, my boyfriend. Eamon. I should have put rollover up ahead, but that's fine. Rollover. And then other. So those are my sources of income. And then one. I don't know where my ruler is because I kind of decided I was going to do this last minute, so don't judge me. Okay. Then we've got, oh, I feel like I could literally just draw this. No, that's not gonna work for my expenses. Whatever. Estimate slash budget. And then we've got actual, and then we've got plus or minus. Okay. How did everybody's April go? Did anyone have some like slight little hiccups like I did? Or was that just me? Damn it, I hate when that happens. I like when I see it on other people's channel, I like kind of cringe. And it's not their fault, it's just shitty. This is another one I should have done this first. But that's okay. I really do like this yellow. Like when I decided I was gonna paint my nails yellow, I just gravitated towards it. That's how it usually goes. So then here will be totals. And then we will skip a line and do expenses, which I kind of want to skip a line with the washi tape that's on the floor. How many of you use sticker kits for your budgets? And how many like just don't decorate at all? Like what do you guys prefer? I used to not decorate. It was solely just like using highlighters. Then I got obsessed with stickers. And you know what? Obsessed is, I am not obsessed. I enjoy them. But I also just don't have the money to keep up. Like some people whose sticker collections are just like, not absurd, but like just kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Like what? And I just can't get on that level. Okay, so here we'll write expenses. This is looking a little colorful. I almost feel like I should not have this washi here. Like it is just kind of making this too vibrant. Okay, I like that better. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's see, expenses. we'll do estimate budget, actual, and then plus or minus. And then we have expenses. So for here we have dental and health first. And we have rent, Patreon, car insurance, it's a motorcycle driving by, CTA, Apple storage, right? Apple's, yeah. Then we have student loans, which is my only debt, by the way. Apple Music. So any extra money that I have from the month goes towards my student loans. Groceries. Eating out. My son Amari, I have like a category for him, and that's for diapers, baby food, his milk, things like that. Gas, household, me, sinking funds, and then I included half of the rent for the next month, Amari's swim, and then unbudgeted, which I obviously plan to budget 0 for, and then a leftover category. I have an additional savings, but I don't include that here. So like my Roth and HSA, I just don't include them. So yeah. I didn't even realize I had all of these pages at once. I thought I was holding one page and there's like 4 of them. Stephanie. What is, my table looks crazy right now, you guys. And my boyfriend's gonna come out and be like, what the fuck happened? Oh no, let's reevaluate my life there. Right. Okay. I hope this is straight. Looks good to me. Okay, so let's put in these numbers here, because this just looks empty as, and you're like, what the hell? Okay, so for dental for the month, we pay $18.48, and then for health insurance, it's $397.38. This is for my son and I. Rent, we have $16.50. Like I said, that includes all utilities. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment in Chicago. Patreon, $15. I am a patron of Cindy Gunterbaldo, so Llama Letters. I absolutely adore her. She's got a podcast. I get a lot of inspiration from her in general and motivation from her. Even when she's not motivated, the way she openly talks about that just makes me feel good, and you know what I mean? So CTA, the pass is $105. For Apple storage, I now pay $299. For student loans, $309.44. So that means, like, if all else fails, I would like to at least put $309.44 to my student loans. Apple Music is $9.99. Groceries, $400. Oh no, I was gonna up that to $450. And then eating out is gonna be at $350. Amari is at $250. Gas will be at $60. Household and me are also $60. Sinking funds is gonna be, I believe, $730. And so that's a combination of my cash and my Chime. I use Chime for funds like car insurance, savings, so I hope to pay my next car insurance in full, car maintenance, and then vacation. Those are things that I like to keep on a card so that it's readily available in the event that I get into an accident or something and I don't, you know, I'm not without the money, if that makes sense. Half of my rent, so this is technically a quarter of rent, but half of what I pay is $387.50. Then we have Amari's swim. I'm budgeting $300, which would be for 3 months. It could be a little more, it could be less, hoping for less, obviously. Unbudgeted is $0. And then leftover, I'm looking at, God damn it, I have the number somewhere and I don't know where I put it. Okay, well, these are the numbers. Then I'll fill in my actual and then my over or under at the end of the month. Then quickly, I'm gonna fill in my bills for this specific paycheck. So actually, I'll take this page out now. I'm just crazy. And actually, I want to put some washi. I almost thought I thought I lost the Amazon card I was using. I was like, I cannot keep losing these cards. This is insane. I wish I had a big collection of washi tape. Cindy, for instance, has a massive one and I adore it. I hope to get there someday, but I'm moving at a real slow pace. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna take this out and then I'm gonna fill in, here it is, my paycheck. So I actually get paid. I will be getting paid in the middle of the night. So, $430. Whew. Bills that I have this month are going to be dental, health, rent, Patreon, car insurance, CTA, and then I think Apple storage. Then we have student loans and everything else going on later in my next paycheck, sorry. For those of you who don't know, this is also the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. Ooh, I just had a massive brain fart. Kamiko, that's her name, Kamiko. Yes, so the Budget Mom, this is printouts from her workbook. So here is a paycheck breakdown. You can, if you want, use this for your full monthly view. I just don't. I like to see a difference in the way that my full month looks and then my paychecks, if that makes sense. So here are the bills that are coming out in this first paycheck. And then what you would do is you total up your bills here. you have your leftover amount, and then that leftover gets put at the top and then breaks down for your envelopes and then your sinking funds and so on and so forth until you hit 0. So which means your income minus all of these categories added up should equal 0. You want to basically zero out everything with good intention, right? Because you're putting your money in places, whether it be savings, whether it be debt. You've got an assignment for your money and you're not just kind of loosely throwing it around. Okay, so these bills come out right with my paycheck. I like to track it as well as my HSA and Roth, but I'm gonna put that over. It's not extra savings, so let me actually add it here. I do not include those numbers. So that's why I didn't really put it here, but I could have if I wanted to. Rent will come out on 5/1. Patreon also comes out on 5/1. Car insurance comes out on 5/3. I put that on the 13th. And then Apple storage, when do you come out? I'll put on the 2nd. I don't know if that's true, but whatever. So then for dental, half of this is going to be $924. I'm budgeting $924 to come out. Health insurance, I'm budgeting $198.69. Rent, we're looking at $16.50. Patreon, $15. Insurance, $63.56. CTA, $105. Apple, $2.99. And then I don't fill those in. And then what I can do is put in my actuals at the end of this paycheck. And then I would add up my bill totals, put that here, subtract it by my income total, and that gives me my leftover. If you would like, at some point, I can fill in like a fake income and go through this so you can see how those numbers translate. Kamiko does a really wonderful job. I mean, obviously this is her system, so I would say she's like top dog in explaining this, but I'm happy to help. Envelopes. So I don't use envelopes. I track groceries, everything like that, on my card. I think it's easy for me to pull up my Chase account, look at what I've spent, write it down, highlight it. Some people use cash because they feel like they're held more accountable holding the money. I do worse with cash. I will spend cash. I don't know why. I don't know, because to me, it's just like, I don't see the full number, you know, on my bank account. I like look at my total and that reads, I don't know that, excuse me, that just, yeah. So those categories though for me are groceries. And what's neat is, so you see this whole full breakdown here, but then you can see how that's separated into these different categories. So I've got groceries, I've got eating out, my son Amari, and these are things that are not bills. So there's not like a fixed amount, there's just I don't want to go above this amount. And then we've got gas, household, me, and then Amari swim, I'll put that here. So for groceries, we're looking at $4.50. Eating out, $3.50. Amari, $2.50. I mean, and some people would consider these really high, but you have to remember we live in Chicago. We are in our upper 20s. We like to go out to dinner with friends, and that's why eating out can get a little expensive, right? Like we live in the city, so when we want to go to an expensive restaurant, you know what I mean? We still try to be mindful though, and I hope that I don't spend the full $3.50, but I want to give myself that. If I do, then I do. And then for swim, I'm estimating $300. We will see. So for sinking funds, I'm just gonna break this up as Chime and then cash. And I did have this broken down. So looks like my cash sinking funds are $285 and my chime is going to be $80. And I will be posting a video after this of my cash envelope stuffing if you're interested. And I can give you a sneak peek of the new envelopes that I made, which it's not a sneak peek because they're on my Instagram. But if you don't follow me, you can see them here. I just made them, but they're all this like pastel, like dye paper. And yeah, I have a video of how I make these up on here as well, so you can check that out. But those are the envelopes that I'm going to be using, so you can see me stuff them. It's one of my favorite parts of budgeting, I guess. And then for extra debt, it would just be student loans. And I'm not doing an extra savings. I actually have savings here that I don't share. That will come out on the 30th. But I don't have anything extra going towards savings, right? Like I have my set amounts, nothing extra because I'm putting all my extra towards my student loans. And so the rollover for my student loans will most likely be, I'm anticipating putting an extra $100 this paycheck. So that is it in terms of my first half of the month's paycheck for May. So I hope you've enjoyed. I used none of my washi tape here, but that's fine. Yeah, so here it is, very simple. I'm really loving how this turned out. This is so nice. And then we've got my paycheck bill tracker for my paycheck coming in tomorrow. So thank you again for watching. Follow me on Instagram, follow me here, comments, like, subscribe. It is exciting talking to you all, hearing your stories and being able to relate with everybody. So thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful day, evening, whenever you're watching this. Bye.